So, do you ever find yourself scrolling social media and thinking, dang, that person seems amazing. Their life, it looks flipping perfect. I won't deny, people have told me that exact thing before. Your life seems so perfect, Jenna. It seems so amazing. Well, can't deny a little bit. Sometimes that's like, hey, kind of a cool compliment. But the thing is, my family is far from perfect. And I'm not saying that just so that you think, oh, she fits the mold of hashtag hot mess mom. Just like everyone else, just like you, my life isn't perfect. My family's lives, they are not perfect. And today I'm going to tell you a little bit about why I'm totally okay with the fact that we are not perfect, learning to accept it a little bit better each and every day, those unfortunate traits and all. So hopefully it can help you begin to accept exactly where you are in life as well.
Hi, I'm Jenna Dicks, and I am always rambling. Just ask my husband. I have a great family and a pretty cool life, but I was an alcoholic. That's hard to say, but my goal is to inspire and educate to help others hopefully find life beyond an addiction. I'm all things: sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Getting healthy, momming, and politics. Get offended easily? You better stop listening. There is no point in wasting that Botox by stressing yourself out listening to this podcast. Welcome to Ramblings of an Addict with Jenna Dicks.
Let's start out by saying the obvious. When you look at social media, you are seeing people's highlight reels. You are seeing the absolute best of the best that they have going on. Why are they going to post anything else? I was a freaking pro at this. Literally because I was being trained on exactly how to do that. At that time, I was doing a lot of social media trainings for some businesses that I was working, and the exact thing that they were teaching us was make your life be one that everyone is dreaming about, that they want to live your life. So I remember in 2016, when I divorced my ex-husband, there was not a single soul on social media that had a freaking clue that it was coming. It was like everyone and their mama who watched me on social media was completely shocked. Everyone that knew me in my real life, not surprised at all. But everyone that thought they knew me via social media was completely awestruck. I will never be a person that posts at all on social media, and neither will you. No one will. I mean, am I going to go up there and be like, hey, I had a little tiff with my hubby today, or dang, my girls are driving me bananas? No. Just like you probably wouldn't for the most part either. We may post the funny pieces of it, or, a little snippet that makes us feel a little bit more normal, a little bit more relatable. But for the most part, we're all going to post the things that are fun, that are inspiring, that are motivating. The pieces in our lives that we're proud of. But it's important to always keep in the back of your mind, no matter whose social media you are looking at, that there's so much more that you're not seeing. Like, for example, damn, that girl, she's in a horrible marriage. She is a raging party animal on the weekends. And she is literally holding her life together with the strength of a 10-year-old shoestring. That was me if you had truthfully known what was going on in, let's say, 2015. But yet my life on social media was completely different. But the thing is, the more that you're not seeing on social media is where we all have that ability to learn and to grow. That is where we have that ability to lean in and really make our lives amazing. Interrupting just for 1 minute to share that this podcast is brought to you by services that I am completely addicted to. I promise I will only share goods and services that I cannot live without. Attention first-time home buyers. Are you tired of feeling overwhelmed and uncertain during the home buying process? Look no further. Mike Dicks, a realtor with Pemberton Homes, is here to make your experience as stress-free and as exciting as possible. With years of experience and a passion for helping his clients, Mike is an expert in the Minnesota and Wisconsin markets. He understands the unique needs of a first-time home buyer and will guide you every step of the way. Don't miss out on your dream home. Make sure you contact Mike Dicks today. Check in the show notes for his information and start your home buying journey with confidence. So as I was saying, the more is where we dive in. The more is where you can truly start to lean closer towards that life that you feel is almost perfect, right? No one's perfect except for Jesus, but we all want to strive to improve. We all want to strive to get better and get as close to that perfect as we can. The only way to do that, though, is that we need to start to follow 3 steps to begin to lean into the realness and the rawness of what our lives really are. Getting behind that highlight reel. That first step, you need to acknowledge what's really going on. Whether it's a flaw that you have or a flaw in the situation you're finding yourself in, right? I'm not hiding the fact here that I was an addict. I have, in truth be told, a very addictive personality. You're going to learn that throughout this entire journey with me in this podcast. An unfortunate addiction that I had was alcohol. And I had to get to a point where I truthfully admitted that to myself. I battled with that for a really long time. Oh, I can give it up for a couple months, and I would, and I'd prove it to myself, and then I'd get right back to drinking again and right back down that same pathway of what I didn't want to be living. So when I finally found myself at that place where, okay, this is a true problem, when I hit my version of rock bottom, right? When I acknowledged this is a flaw, that was the first step in admitting to myself, I need to work on this. I can work on this. I need to begin to work on this. And that is exactly what we all have to do. The first step, whether it's a flaw in a characteristic that you have going on, or in a situation you're finding yourself in, or maybe just in the progress that you're making towards a goal. Step 1, acknowledge the flaw. Step 2, you need to focus on self-improvement, or improving that situation, or improving the progress that you're making towards that goal, right? Whatever you just admitted, step 2 is focusing on, how do I improve this? You know, some people get stuck here. They admit it. They admit that there is a flaw, and then they find themselves dwelling in it, lying to themselves about it, or muting it, right? It was weird. It was almost like a two-sided thing, because yes, I admitted that I had an issue with alcohol, but the thing was, alcohol was my muting mechanism for so many other flaws that I had. Well, if I drink, I don't have to feel that other flaw. But when it comes to actually saying there's an issue and I need to improve this, there's a ton of methods we can use to improve. You type it into a podcast channel, right? I guarantee you're going to have a plethora of different channels that pop up, right? Pop it into a podcast search. Or go to the library, check out a self-help book, or type it into Google, right? What do they say? GTS. Google that shit, right? In today's times, there's almost no reason, if there is something that you want to improve on, that you cannot find a credible resource to assist you. Step 3, surround yourself with positivity. We are a combination of what we surround ourselves with. There's some stat out there, right? Like you are a combo of the 5 people you hang around with the most. I don't know about you, but I don't hang around just 5 people. There's definitely more people than 5 in my circle. But surround yourself with positivity. You want to make sure that you're getting support and that you're getting encouragement, that you have motivating people talking to you, people that are truly wanting to see you at your absolute best. If possible, I highly, highly encourage you to find role models, people that you can look to and they're almost like a mentor. You might need several of these. I definitely have several role models for different areas of my life. I have people in my life that I can look to and they are a mentor or a role model for my faith journey. There's others that I feel are more mentors for business. There's people that I look to and they're mentors for just being a more confident and, self-supported mom and person. There's different role models for different areas, and I highly encourage that you find people like that as well. Because as you lean into that more, right? Going back to that, the more that you have behind the highlight reel, it's not always going to be easy. There might be days that it really sucks. But if you follow these 3 steps, you are more likely to see success, to see yourself improving so that you're not having to hide as much behind the highlight reel. Because friends, that's where I'm at this point. There's still stuff behind my highlight reel. Don't get me wrong. Some stuff I might never even say in this podcast. I can pretty much bet $1 million. But at the same time, there's going to be more things that I can now state. Because even if they're not perfect, they're definitely not at a point where I'm completely ashamed. Like, there were situations like that in the past. So, Step 1, acknowledge your flaws. Step 2, focus on improvement. And 3, surround yourself with positivity. I hope that following these 3 steps is incredibly helpful for you as you begin to dig behind your highlight reel. If you have found this podcast helpful and want to dive deeper into personal growth and self-improvement, be sure to head over to my website, jennadicks.com. You'll find a wealth of resources there. There is a little less drugs, sex, and rock and roll these days, but whether you're interested in getting healthy, information on momming or parenting, or politics, jennadicks.com has something for everyone. So, what are you waiting for? Head to jennadicks.com today and start your journey towards personal growth and self-awareness. See you there. So today, the main thing I want you to take away is to remember, nobody's perfect, and that's okay. We don't want to just sit and dwell and feel bad for ourselves. Pity parties, they happen once in a while. But we also need to remember that we don't need to hide our imperfections. We don't need to add layers of filters and cool captions to our social media to make ourselves feel better about where we are in life. We need to focus on the ways in which we truly can improve and grow, so we can begin to go ahead and embrace the flaws and start truly diving into the journey of improving ourselves. I'm excited to get to share this journey with each of you as we're diving into this podcast journey together, going behind the highlight reel with my ramblings moving forward. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Ramblings of an Addict with Jenna Dicks. Remember, if you are battling an addiction, reach out for help and support. There are many resources available to assist in your journey towards recovery. Surround yourself with a supportive community and never give up on the path towards a healthier and happier life.
I appreciate you taking the time to listen and joining me on this journey. As you heard, I'm always rambling. But seriously, thank you for your support and make sure to subscribe and follow my channel. I can't wait to share more with you on the next episode. Until then, keep on rambling.